Now I'm again come on live, and now I resume the earlier that question was left. And now let's start the questions. And already we have done up to question number 8, and right now I am at question number 9. Question number 9 says that Osgood Product has announced that its plan to finance future investment so that firm will achieve the optimum capital structure. Which one of the following corporate objective is consistent with this announcement? Minimize the cost of debt, minimize the earning per share, maximize the earning per share, minimize the cost of equity, maximize the net worth of the firm, maximize the net worth of the firm. This will be the main objective. Question number 10. Of preferred stock is sold for 101 per share, has a face value of 100 per share. Underwriting fee is 5 per share and annual dividend 10 per share. If the tax rate is 40%, if rate is 40%, the cost of fund, that is capital, for the preferred stock is what? This is the same questions already we have solved, right? And as we are assuming 101 is the issue price, and then 5 is underwriting commissions, total will come to 96, and 96 10 is dividend, $10 is dividend, 10 divided by 96 let's come to 10.4. We have the option 10.4 here, and this is selection. Question number 11. A firm has a 10 million in equity and 30 million in long-term debt to finance its operation. The firm's beta is 1.125, risk-free rate is 6%, expected market rate of return 14%. The firm issue the long-term debt at the market rate is 90%, 9%. Assume, assume the firm is optimal capital structure. The firm effective income tax rate is 40%. What is the firm's weighted average cost of capital? It means we have to first calculate the uh, required rate of return. As we have to utilize the CFM formula. CFM formula is that we have already beta 1.125 is beta, and risk-free rate is 6%, and the market rate of return is 14%, and it's come to the 8 uh, 8% and multiply 1.125 is come to the 9 plus risk free is 6, and it's come to 15% is the required rate of return, and we already have this in 9% as a cost of debt, and this is out before tax, and after net of tax it comes to 9.9 into zero point 0.6 is come to the 5.4% debt cost of debt. And then now we have to calculate the weighted average, right? 10 million equity and 30 million long-term debt. It means 10 is to 30, and total capital is 40 million, and then 10 million is debt, and we have to calculate weighted average, and weighted average, then equity is 10 million, then we have the 15% cost of equity multiplied by 10 divided by 40 is come to 3.75, and 30 million is the debt, and debt is 9 multiplied by 0.6 is come to 5.4% cost of debt, and we have the 30 million debt, 30 divided by 40, and it's come to 4.05, and its total comes to 7.8. 7.8 option is this correct answer. Okay, now we are at question number 12. High-tech INC has determined that its it can minimize the weighted average cost of capital WACC by using the debt equity ratio 2 is to 3. If the firm cost of debt is 9% before tax, that cost of equity is 12% before tax, and the tax rate is 40%, what is the weighted average cost of capital? In this case, the cost of equity before tax do not make any sense. That's why the cost of equity no need to consider for tax. Only need to consider for the debt 9% and 2.6 is come to 5.4%, and we have debt equity 2 multiplied by 2 divided by 5 is come to 2.16, and equity is 12%. 12 multiplied by 3 divided by 2 divided by 5 it's come to 7.2, and it's a 9.36. 9.36 already we have the option. Question number 13. The cost of fund from the sale of common stock of William INC. This is asking only for the common stock cost of fund. It's the CFA method. We have to calculate cost of equity, and this is very long questions. In this case, all the examiner may be the confused for these questions, but in fact the requirement is very different, right? Only one cost of equity we have to calculate. No need to read all the questions. This cost of equity. William, it already this is preferred stock. This is preferred stock. No need to consider. And then this this is the only common stock. Only need to consider the common stock. Common current selling price $100 per share, and home expected that to pay the dividend 7%, dividend $70 per share next year, and the dividend are expected to remain constant, right? No change for the next year as well. The stock will have to be underpriced by 3 for share, and flotation cost expected to be 5 per share. It means we have issued a share at $100 per share, and now underprice is $2, and flotation cost is 5 per share. Total comes to 93. It's come to 93, and we have the dividend 7 and divided by 93, and multiply by 100 is come to 7.52 percentage cost of equity. But we don't have the 7.52 percentage option here. And 100, and the cash dividend 7%, per share 3% per share, and the stock will have to be underpriced by 3 per share, and flotation cost will be 5 per share, and William expected to have available retained earning. Okay, in the coming years we have the retained earning also $100,000 earning are expected from use the common stock from the common stock equity financing. William prefer stock is no need to consider. Now we have the option only 7.6. Let's go. Now question number 14. At question number 14 we have an accountant for the stability. INC must calculate the weighted average cost of capital of the corporation using the following information. Weighted average cost of capital we need to calculate, right? Account payable 30 million, 35 million, long term debt 10 million, and common stock 10 million, and retained earning 5 million. Weighted average cost of capital need to be calculated, and account payable no cost, and long-term debt 8%, and we don't have any information about the tax purpose. That's why we have to calculate simple weighted average, as total capital structure is 25 million. 25 million out of that 8 divided by 25 into 100 means 8%. It's 10 8 multiplied by 0.10, 8 multiplied by 10 divided by 25 is come to 3.2. Okay, and 15 multiplied by 10 divided by 25, and it's come to 6, and 18 multiplied by 5 divided by 25 is come to 3.6, and 12.8 answer is the answer. And now we are at question number 15. This is the last question of this unit. Current market price of Leona company stock price is $80 per share, and its price earning ratio is 8, and uh, $4 annual dividend was just paid to current stockholders. If dividend and earning are expected to grow at the constant rate of 12%, the Leon company's cost of retained earning is, and we need to calculate. We have the formula for this one. We need to memorize this formula. I will tell you what is the exactly formula. Yes, this is the formula. You can see here. It means dividend, and this is the formula. And if you don't see exactly, this is the formula. It means simple. We need to remember this formula is dividend multiplied by 1 plus growth rate divided by, and x is the cost of capital, and minus growth rate. Cost of capital minus growth rate equal to market price. How we will remember this formula is, first we need to calculate the market price. In market price calculations means there is a valuation calculation formula will be the dividend growth model. This dividend growth model will be the expected dividend per share, discount rate minus dividend growth rate. Exactly, this is the formula. We need to we need to remember this formula. And expected dividend per share minus divided by discounted rate minus dividend growth per share. In this case, if I show this formula, these questions, exactly this question is matching with this concept, right? This concept, you can see this is the exactly questions. Okay, current market price Leonard company is market price is 80, right? We have to calculate market price. Equal to expected dividend divided by discount rate minus growth rate. Discount rate minus growth rate. Here is we need to calculate the discount rate, means cost of capital, right? Cost of capital need to be calculated. and expected dividend is already given, and market price stock company per share is given 80 divided 80 equal to, and dividend 4 given, and another one's 1 plus growth rate means already given 12%, 1.12 is divided by discounted rate x, we don't know discounted rate, minus growth rate 0.12. This is a simple formula, and if we apply this formula exactly, what will be the solution answer? And 0.12 minus multiply 80, 9.6, 9.6 is come to 90.6, 9.6 plus 9.6, and 1.12 multiply by 4 plus 9.6 and divided by 80 equal to into 100 into 17.6. Answer is correct. Now let's submit this. Already don't have the connection, I think we need to connection. Okay. Connection is gone, I think.